Welcome to 494 edition of InvestData Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, I'll say sorry for as a bit late. I can see that the internet, both the two network we used were having issue this morning, even as the class almost starting. Please sorry for that little delay. But I'll tell you that the month of February is ending on a mixed note in most of the market. But good news for Nigeria market that the month of February is ending on positive, extending what we saw in the month of January. But also being crossing into the last month of the first quarter of 2025, I see that yes, this month we're going to see a lot of numbers coming with hitting the market, and most of these numbers are coming out audited account and few notification for what for end for quarter results for those that have March as a year end. But I'll tell you that those companies have released their unaudited account in January, and from 1st of March we're going to see expecting them. And those that also do not release their unaudited account, we have seen few of them already releasing this month as the month is winding down. I'd like to see more today and between now and the March. But I'll tell you that before let's start from the international market before we come back to our local market. I'll tell you there's kind of a distortion in flow. When I mean flow in sentiment and also in planning and also in forecasting, in the global economy. That even many analysts in mature market and even some government agents are also saying that 2025 might be a year that the economy is likely to slow down. Why they say so? Because the tariff and the expected trade war this year will not help the economy. Yes, even when there is peace, solutions coming or direction from what is happening in the Middle East and that of Ukraine in terms of political, geopolitical tension and all those stuff. Fine, but please, because of this major factor of tariff, there's going to be a lot of opportunity and also there's going to be a lot of cost, and that means the global interest rate that have been trending down and inflation slowing down that was celebrated in 2024 might likely reverse again, and that is all that both mature economy and those the different different countries are also analyzing at this time, and that is what investors should also consider because a lot of factors are influencing a lot of investors or decision. Even those that are trading in cryptocurrency, we saw what happened that that the cryptocurrency lost almost more than 5% in just one day because of what access to what the blockchain of that market. Also we are seeing that results that are coming from the different markets. We are seeing some good number, but the one that came recently from the tech company like the giant industry sent some fear and saw a lot of sell off in mature market. In the tech industry, which I mean the artificial intelligence and all those stuff. It tells you that the market is really looking for what a trigger and what also influence decision. As all these are coming, we're going to drive volatility, and the beauty is that in this volatility oscillation, the opportunity for you to make money if you are smart enough using your tech analysis. And that's why in recent times we have taken time to look at different factors or different tools you can use to make money in tech analysis. But for today, because of what is happening in the global economy, we're seeing that the Asia market has tumbled this Friday morning, but with a much impact from Japan and South Korea leading the decline. Why? Because of the local tech share also have followed the trend of Nevada, sell off that has in the US market on Wall Street. That also it affected the sentiment across that industry, and that sector saw it back. That sector even affecting S&P in US because of what trading stock coming down. Even the tech the Nasdaq also saw it declining because of what this giant or also a leader in that also because of the sharp fall in price on Thursday. That's because of what many investors are seeing opportunity, especially in the new tech companies that are coming up to compete with this giant in that industry. That has been trying to like sell off their position to the position, and also some also take position to see where it can come to a better position to also better position. These are a lot of what in people's interpretation of what the number, despite some disparity or some missed element in that number, because the number is not totally bad. Despite posting that better than expected, and then posting investor focus on what on some concern in profit margin. It's very, very important. That's over here. When I say profit margin, it's very important. It tells you what is likely to come out from what, how do you use the word, what do you use the source you use to generate fund, to generate to make money. It's very, very important, and that is why you saw that in Asia market that trend also had impact in US market, but as we speak as at yesterday. But this morning, I think the US market have also opened on a lighter note, on a green position because of what was seen also, total position because of the pullback. These are the things that you want to know, that opportunity. We saw what happened in the NGS here. Coming back to Africa, we talk about the international market. We saw the movement in different stocks and also the index, the market index. But we saw that some stock create opportunities to make short gain. If you know how to do technical analysis, when a stock pull back, you know why is it pulling back, what is the cost, and where is it going from there. That has also created opportunity for people to make money. Looking at what has happened in Rwanda and some few stocks that pulled back recently, how do you trade, a market that is very volatile, a market that is oscillating? You have a lot of things to look at as a trader or investor when it comes to that regard. That's why you must pay attention. But if you look at Europe market, also the Europe market also is looking down, because I believe that that market is also waiting to see what is the political tension or political direction that was seen in Germany taking them, and also the economic reality in that environment, the fundamentals, and also the sentiment investors are having in that environment, how it's going to influence their decision going into the future. These are the things the investors are also considering in that in the Europe market. But I believe that as we are seeing opportunity created by this pullback in the market, both in US, in Asia market, and also in Europe, I think that is a good move. And towards the end of the month, and also we are entering the peak of earnings season, for Nigeria market. While all those mature companies are going to start seeing their quarterly results also in moment from now, month to the month of March and also early April. But these are the things that are influencing market right now to speak. But if you look at what's also happening in the oil sector or whatever sector, the commodity market, we see that the price, oil price is becoming weaker and weaker. Even as it moved to almost like 6 months low, and going to record another, the first also loss for this month. I tell you that this is the trend in the global market. We are seeing that the local currency is coming down. We are seeing that different things happening because of inflation, and the major drive of all this world is the new tariff system or that's coming from the new government in US, and that will going to trigger trade war here and there. But good news is that some companies are already going out to see how they can negotiate to to make sure that they have another source of where they can get their raw material, or where they can get their new market to send their product. These are what I believe that no matter what is happening, we're going to see all this also creating opportunity for different companies, and also creating opportunity for doors opening for different also economy to take advantage. Because I tell you that all eyes are on inflation, both in US, in Europe, in Asia, because this is a company that affect both the economy and also send some returns in negative. Despite we are seeing that we saw a sharp decline in US Treasury bill, but still oil price is still down. But we are seeing stock also taking up again. These are the inverse situation between the physical market and also the equity market. We see as physical market over there is going to the south. We are seeing a peak at this morning that between the US market looking up in the green. These are the things that we should also consider when we are also trading our market, also wherever you are investing. Coming back to Africa, Africa market is, I tell you, is purely also and equally mixed as we speak, and that's also a lot of reacting to different economic data that also coming in this zone or this domain also. But coming to Nigeria this morning, we see that the market is flat as we speak now, even opening slightly in the green this morning, and as a lot of that, we are seeing a little green in the market as we speak on the Nigeria stock market. But before we go looking at our topic today, we're looking at the recent numbers that were released, especially from MTNN, that of Nestle, and that of also from Waco. Yes, we have said that we have seen dividend announced from the Transcorp Hotel, and that of Nascom of about 2 naira, and that Transcorp Hotel about 64 kobo. In addition to that, 70 kobo for stock are selling for 126, and in Nascom like selling about around 41, 43, also declining 2 naira. And also we're expecting that looking at what is coming from Waco, with that impressive number posted, we're seeing a 120 kobo dividend. We'll come to that also as the time goes on in this section. But let's quickly look at the market data right away now. That will give us insight what we'll also be doing right now. And the market data as we speak now, I'll tell you that the market is also looking mixed. US was seeing a flat market, up marginally by 0.04. Market is up by 47.76 basic point, representing 0.04%. Now market read 107,723.22 right away. And if you look at the market rate or market internal, we call it, we see that market rate is having a positive trend now because we are seeing more gainers than the losers. And it's a result of what investor reposition their portfolio. Those stocks that have suffered losses, taking a consider the flip side to see stocks that are pulled back, people are taking advantage. Those that are remaining uptrend, these are the things that we should pay attention to. These are very, very serious things that we should pay attention to. Today we can see that the top gainers now out of the 22 are Owando leading by 9.4%, followed by Cabaton 9.67%. Cathy John Holt also rebounding to 9.6, and livestock heading toward 8 naira, trading around 7 naira 50 kobo, up by 8.7%. And we're seeing Honeywell rebounding sharply after a pullback to almost 10 naira. You can see how Cathy John to pull back in the market. I always say that it's an advantage to buy, and when market pull back, it gather more strength. That's why we're seeing that even the ocean index that are pulled back, the potential is going to rebound is very high. When we start seeing more high cap stock with their positive earnings and also good payout, that also will be a trigger for the market. For right now, consider that fixing also on the loser chart. This is stock that also we read yesterday as the top 10 gainers, loser yesterday that come on the gainer side this morning. As I say, you must pay attention to these top gainers and losers every day because they also create opportunity if you have the right tools to know whether that says it's a sell volume, or also look at the chart to see whether it's at the support level or resistance level or waiting for a breakout. Also profit taking in Waco yesterday, and that trend also continued today. Waco is trading around 72 naira, so 50 go down by 3.3. We are seeing also Conhall PLC is also on profit down by 4.5% because of profit taking, trading at 3 naira 81 kobo. Also, Police Microfinance also in that direction also pull back follow to trade around to speak now. I think that stock around 195 kobo down by. Also, you can see fertilizer and HVM cocoa and Universal Insurance leading the pack by 7.58%, trading at 61 kobo. This is the state of the market as we speak. But because of our time, first we should start with the tech. Let's go back to see these earnings that we'll probably to look at this morning, because those earnings are very, very important. And how we are going to see opportunity in these new earnings is what matters here. And what does this send to you as a trader or investor looking at these numbers? Especially if you look at the audited account of those big companies or big high cap companies, you want to ask yourself, is it what the market is expecting? What impact is it going to do? Is there opportunity for the market to set up, to have a new trend right now? As a trader investor, what are you doing with that position you are seeing in the stock? It is the right time for you to buy the stock, looking at their price and not looking at the price they're selling and the number they are releasing at this point. It's very, very important, and it's good that we pay attention to it. If you look at the result that came from MTN, which are one of the big player in the telecom industry, and not only that, is the leader in the market in terms of market coverage. Despite the price of Airtel, I tell you that the market is mainly controlled by what MTN in Nigeria. But the figures that are coming to that company is not attractive at all. But what matters that because we see recent adjustment in tariff for call, we might see improvement. But I say that it's not going to do immediately. But for those that are thinking medium and long, yes, if we expect to see a rebound, it will take little time, but you have to pay attention to this number to help to bring the price down. They cannot jump in for medium and long term. But we're looking at the top line of a company that before now, year to date, it has touched as high as as high as 267 naira 80 kobo, and low of what of 469 kobo. This was for the stock. But we also look at what is the revenue of this company for this period. The revenue, the top line, yes, there's a great improvement in that revenue. And that is the hope of this result. That yes, if top line is up, so that the company is still expanding, making money, entering new market and all those stuff. But we have seen that the net excess loss have also hit them hardly, and that has contributed to this good loss we are seeing in their book. For how long will this? But we are really seeing stability in our FS FS market in terms of exchange rate. What is going to what? This company also, how long do they import their raw materials or the equipment at this high cost? These are things we want to ask. But if we are saying that there's little turnaround in the company, we must also say let's pay attention. But I'll tell you, this is a company that do not pay anything to their shareholders, even as as at last year, interim and a full year because of loss position. But let's continue. If you look at the end of the day, you can see that the loss here is huge. Starting from this point, so at the end of the day, what is the position of the company? Look at the loss for the year, particularly to you can see about 399.45 billion against 133 recorded in 2020. You can see that it's almost 200% change, dipping into into red. When will they come out from this? That's why I said, for me, I believe that for those that are entering in stock, let's think medium and see what they're going to do. Because if they're able to harness the recent high and provide good services for Nigeria, we might see them coming back to profit, but I don't see that profit overnight. And that's why, because they are posting loss, there's nothing dividend is recommended for shareholders of this company. Just to tell you that yes, they are still in loss. Don't forget that you can't give what you don't have in any situation. In this case, that is what we are seeing in MTN right away. The figures are in red, but only good news is that as a pullback in price, it will create opportunity for new entrants. But now, because we have seen this number, if you see any pullback in this stock, you don't need to panic, but I use your technical analysis to know the right price to buy. Because I tell you, this is what price feed on. And don't forget that by early middle of or later April, we'll start seeing the first quarter 2025. And I tell you that this increment came almost at the middle of the first quarter. Let's see what that can make impact on or reflect on their performance from what first quarter 2024. But we believe fully at the end of the second half of this year, we'll see what impact we are seeing on the new tariff, and also little stability we are seeing in foreign exchange or market in Nigeria. If that becomes stable, or quickly we can see quickly also start seeing more of naira appreciation, that would be good for this kind of company that we are seeing this huge loss in their account, because it's very, very important that you pay attention to it. Also, I don't want to dwell more time on this loss account, but I wanted to just show you something. Look at the assets of the company. You can see that the assets is good here, but the accumulating loss of this MTN is also on the increase. Look at the cumulative loss here, and the equity attributed to what you can see the loss here is huge here. You can see it here. But that means that the dividend expectation in this company is slim, unless they do work of financial arrangement that will help them when we start seeing the impact of the tariff. That's why you need to also think twice what is your medium term and what is your long term in this stock as we speak. Are they companies that will give you better term than before you come back to this company? These are things we'll be thinking right away from this stock. Yes, quickly move to Lafarge Africa. Yes, Lafarge Africa, I'll tell you that the number that came from Lafarge for me is not a disappointing number at all. This is what called strong number that are coming to show that this company also moving in that direction. But only where we see a little slowback is the payout. And what sign this payout give you is that the sign for this company to start winding down is there. Don't forget that we saw the entrance of Chinese company into this company. That is the way to tell that they are set to exit Nigeria, or to exit the equity market and remain unquoted. These are the things we want to know. But I will tell you, for a decline from in their dividend is already a sign. And even with the impressive number we have seen they have posted, that telling us a signal that yes, this company is set to find its level. And what does that mean? That means if you are interested, you put your position. If you are not interested, you can leave. That's what they are telling you on this number. But for those like that have entered the stock at 35 naira and all, you can take your profit and also know exactly what to do with it. Are you interested in one that are thinkable? If the stock pull back to a reasonable price, you can buy again, because if on the strength of the acquisition of this money from the Lafarge, Germany, what the Chinese have paid them, tell you that we still have an upside potential for a pullback from this decline dividend. Let market react to it. If you go below 70 naira, it become attractive for investors. But at glance, let's look at this number we're seeing here. Looking at the revenue moving from 405.50 billion towards 696.76 billion. It's a good one. That is almost a growth of 72% in the green. For me, it's a thumb up for them on that. Even with the high cost of sales, but I think that yes, it still say that the company will be able to manage all this at the end of the day. That's why about cost of sales is always up about 87% up. But at the end of the day, if you look at the operating expenses, also in that direction. But what matters is that what is the word operating profit? Operating profit for the year 2024 was up by 89.2%. 2% in the green, and that for me is a huge one. And that tells you that this company has all it takes to move up to there. And this was before the tax. Operating profit was very, very important. But if you look at also the profit before tax, also was up by almost 89% also, about to post 152.52 billion. Good one. Before finally you can see that the profit for the period, you can see this almost times two, from 51.14 billion to 100 and no 100 and 100.15 billion profit. I see that the stock for me is a buy when it goes below what it goes below 70. Target that stock to around 65 to 68. You jump in again, even though when you're taking your profit, that you're also looking for what the price that will come back, because this oscillation you don't know how far to go. The pulling back is a lot of market reaction, and also the payment date is also very, very important. Is it what the payment period for this company? We need to pay attention to it. But let's take out the the balance sheet and also the operating cash flow. Why I didn't go much for that exchange, because we know that it's a red account, but this company have posted a very impressive number, and that have not imported in the price, rather is going down because of what investors see that the dividend payout is poor compared to the price. But it sent a signal to you also, like I said, that it's a sign that this company is set to exit the market. That's why I try to use this one to discourage you. And we discourage you what will happen. But for smart traders that have entered around 40 naira, I'm just talking about trading for profit, and those that enter 35 naira, you can take your, you can even some moment can even exit their position here and go elsewhere. You don't know how long it will wait for them to even talk of the listing and all those stuff. Then it depends your timing in the market. You go to another store that that will give you more return again than waiting for for upside of either to 100 naira or to 87 or 90 naira. I think it depends your own time. If the figure was explained or kind of look at this one we are seeing here exactly here. You can see the cost of say. You can see the cost of say here. You can see how increase almost more than almost a double. You can see it here. Cost of say, profit before gross profit, and see also looking green. But at the end of the day, look at the cost of sale and the ready here in this result. But I believe that at the end of the day, because of this impressive number, you might see the stock trying to stabilize around 68 or 65. But I believe that if you have exited, you can look for elsewhere to make your money. And this is a company that posted any per share of 6 naira 20 kobo against 3 naira 17 kobo, and they paid 190 kobo in 2023. They are now paying 1 naira 20 kobo. Who are they retaining all these good earnings for if they are going to exit? These are the things you should also ask yourself. But I tell you that the balance sheet remain robust and strong. Or quickly look at the cash flow, which I said that is where we are looking to see the cash flow for operation. Cash flow operation, you can see improvement here. Cash flow operation for the group from 150 point you can see to 212. This is what I would really that this company is liquid, able to meet their short-term obligation. Because of our time, let's quickly look at that of Nestle again, and you can see that the big highly priced stocks, what is happening to them? Yes, are they still posting loss? You see, because I tell you, when you see all these losses, it sends a signal to you to see that yes, even we are seeing some improvement in some companies in that sector, in the food and beverage sector or in the consumer goods sector, some numbers are still negative. But let's see how they are using their number. It's very, very important. And also the good news are there. At the end of the day, if you look at this number at a glance, one thing glad is that if you look at the last quarter for 2024, that this company has gradually turned around things. That they have turned from negative statistics to this. It's a sign of what we expect to see in 2025. But because this is a full year result, you can see that the revenue was up by 75%, which is huge, almost approaching a trillion revenue for the company, which is good. But at the end of the day, we are still having an increased loss position. That's that the loss are dipping here from 79.74 billion towards to 164.6 billion. You can see that what we are seeing. And on this, I don't expect this company to pay dividend. You can see that there's no dividend provision here for shareholder for 2014, for 2024, sorry, not 2014. And that because of what the loss position. I want to just to look at it at last. And because of this, if you go back to see the balance sheet, don't forget that there was a time that their balance sheet was structured, and that also gradually go to see what is that balance sheet that was structured to see the position of what their shareholders fund and also the retained earnings of this company. That's why we're going there to see it is a sign that even when we are seeing positive turn in the last quarter of 2024, you hope to see that trend continue in 2020, 2025. You need to pay attention to it. That's also what I want to point out in this loss account of MTN and that of what and Nestle. Like there's potential for a ban, but it might not be immediately. But for those who want to play defensive, I'll tell you that both MTN and Nestle relatively remain expensive stock. Why? Because of their stability at a particular price, and that also to give you things to you as an investor. Yes, we have discussed this number here. Let's quickly look at their balance sheet. I want to confirm that you can see for yourself what shareholders' position at this point. It's very, very important that we know. I see that they are accumulating loss here. I see that accumulated loss here. You can see wait for 2024 from this to this is high. It tells you that even dividend payment, so like I said, mentioned earlier, it's also even when their share is relatively small, we are seeing a huge negative, and also even with their share, what they call with their try to reconstruct their reclassify their these losses in their balance sheet. See, consider that their balance sheet is also still positive. Look at their balance sheet, but for shareholders position, that we have now which accumulated loss that also reflect on this dividend payment. Finally, let's go to see the chart before we call it a day. The chart, because of our time, I not talk much here because the time is fast spent. But I believe to talk more on the chart and others by Monday, hopefully by God's grace. But for those that are joining us tomorrow at the great class, we're going to discuss understanding NGS changing fundamental and reality to invest profitably in this market for the rest of this season between now and April. And that's why we're going to dwell more on it. What are those things that these changes, and what are those factors that brought these changes? What are the good ones for this factor that should stick to? What are the ones that we should avoid? That's why you must learn to protect your capital and how to do it. That's why you must pay attention. And also the second quarter masterclass for 2025 will open latest by Wednesday next week. So that you can start because our masterclass is coming up on the 30th of March, which is the last Saturday of March, for us to prepare for the second quarter of the year. We see that is the period where we're working closer to see the next FPC meeting. Also looking at the second half of the year, we start expecting what rate cut, how we're going to prepare for all this. And also I believe that you that are in this class that are also interested to start try to mark that take look at your itineraries for the month of March. I know that March masterclass, second quarter masterclass coming up March 30th, with the last Saturday of the month. You must also pay attention, and that's why we are saying that people will dress in position for the second quarter. After they were seeing what has happened so far now, the month of January has closed the green, that of February. Then we're also going to see a missed market for March. That was also what to prepare for the second quarter of the year. You must prepare yourself and take advantage. For those that attended the first master class, they will still tell the story. Those that are not the 2025, those before that will make focus for the rest of the year will achieve more than 5 of that stock before this period. Even we say it's for the year, and that means those stocks that will peak for that the 25 still has part of the upside potential because of the year. It's time for free. But for those that are taking 90 months position, this master class is for you. We look forward to see you on the 30th of what on the 30th. The topics and also the speakers also be made available from Wednesday next week by God grace. On this note, I'll say thank you. See you on Monday and enjoy the rest of your trading day. Bye.